Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you as well for the awesome feedback I got in my most recent PYTH video. A lot of folks mentioned, saying thank you for that. So you're welcome. Thank me as well by hitting the like button, commenting below. Really appreciate it. If you want more for yourself, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below if you're curious about trade signals, trade academy, or possibly just having an amazing Discord community at your back. We have really awesome traders over here. But kudos to our traders here as well. Took some nice profits from Matic this weekend, 22% in 2 days, and Solana 42% in 3 days. So again, simple, easy profit. Honestly, folks, just got to be patient. The market pays for itself if you do not get shaken out. Trust the TA. It's the way it goes. Now take a look here at the TA for this coin. We can see that we broke through this 0.382 fib level at 96.3 and effectively holding strong there so far to retest that level. Granted, Bitcoin is pulling back right now, so depending on how hard Bitcoin pulls back, we could see a correction maybe even larger for this coin. But let's double check a couple of things here. First of all, we got some liquidation below the price action at 73 and or 83 cents. So easy round numbers there. We can see 113. So there's constant threes here, essentially, but we're close-ish to this lower liquidation level depending on how the price action plays out. So really just understanding that we have a lot of liquidation at this upper range here. Obviously, that's a big deal. It's a big deal, but we're much closer to this range here. Okay, so keep in mind liquidation is on top and bottom. That happens all the time. Nothing you can really do about it, but knowing where it's at helps you understand generally where the direction might head. So instead of speculating, let's go ahead and see what the charts look like. Where the card's going to fall? Well, let's see. Daily time frame. First of all, we can recognize that we're above all moving averages. We talked about this previously. This ascending trend line running very concurrent with the 20-day SMA. It's a positive sign. Okay, as long as we can continue to maintain that, we're going to be in pretty good shape here. So I would say just pay attention generally to that trend line. Does it mean that the price action is just going to drop like a rock as soon as you close below it? No, it just implies we want to shift our mentality a little bit. Right now, we're still fairly bullish, so there's no reason to consider anything otherwise going to happen. Let's zoom in a little bit and see where the majority of our volume is accumulating here in the more recent time frames. We can see here, of course, that lower bottom there, right there with quite a few candlewicks at pretty much 84/85 cents. Round number 85 cents is that lower level of support. So good news is we got a lot of support below the price action. That's very, very positive. We take a look at some moving averages here, or more important, RSI, we can see we're over 50 there. Money flow index coming down, that's pretty standard, but stochastic swinging up. Kind of letting us know we have enough money in this coin coming in and that there is momentum for the price action to shift gears now that we're breaking this descending type of trend. Now we're going to draw out a trend line when we get to smaller time frames to see that a little more clearly, but at this point we're starting to plateau at the MACD, so we could see that momentum shift occur here soon. But again, stochastic kind of letting us know that that is generally the consensus here. We take a trend line here, kind of draw it out. Let's go ahead and see. Again, trend lines are exactly that, folks. They're not exact. They're just kind of general lines on the chart. But we can kind of see here, we are having this nice ascending type of trend. Once again, we're above all moving averages here. That's perfect. We'd like to see that. The key takeaway here is that we've broken our lower low and lower high pattern. We've established range-bound activity and broken through that channel. Okay. Now again, I'm really just scribbling on the chart here, so try not to get too lost with these little details here. The truth here is that we're breaking the trend, and that's the important thing. That's identifying that lets us know that instead of the coin being potentially bearish, it's potentially bullish. Okay. Now don't attach yourself to the thought process that the coin's going to the moon because of that. But you can understand that with us being over 50 on the RSI, money flow index being above the RSI, and MACD still converging, they're all positive contributing factors. Okay. Stochastic is starting to swing down for the second time. This carries more weight than the first. So to me personally, when I see this, I usually like to wait for a pullback. It would be considered like a bullish retest of this descending trend line. So a lot of times you'll get the price action to bounce off that volume profile, which we're seeing here at about 93 cents, and or that recent fib level of about 92. So 92, 93 seems like a logical place to get in if the price pulls back to that level. I'm going to set an alert. I'm going to reevaluate if the price gets back to that range and consider an entry from there. That's what you need to do, folks. Try not to get too hell-bent on setting an alert and just randomly jumping in because that's an alert you set a while back. It could never hit, or perhaps I hit that in like the next hour. It may not be worth jumping in. I want to reevaluate and make sure. Okay? So please recognize that. Last but not least, Ichimoku Cloud. We look at this here. This is where things are not super forgiving. A lot of other coins, coincidentally, are above the cloud. We had a pretty solid rejection at the cloud here, and that's not really a great sign. So the truth is, this level would be a good entry, of course, if the price pulls back to that range, likely bouncing out the most recent high. However, if that doesn't occur, we would want to look towards this here. So I'm just going to put this on the chart for later. I do send out playout charts on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. So if you're curious about that, that is a very big X. And we're going to make that a little bit smaller. Are we going to make that smaller? There we go. Okay, go. Yeah. So this is what we're going to be looking for, right? So we're ideally want to close above the cloud, preferably stay above this 0.382 fib level at about 96 cents, and then likely have potential for the price action to go further up. So that's what we're looking for. That's an entry I'm looking for there, and I'll reevaluate if the price comes down any lower. But again, folks, we're not confirming bullish yet, but we're looking better. Okay, and then quickly to note on the hourly, we are above the cloud on the hourly there. So as a matter of fact, the truth is the price action could come all the way down here and be okay as well. Again, it really depends on how long you're planning to hold. Truthfully, I like to use the hourly time frame for the Ichimoku cloud. So at this point, we got a lot of good confirming factors. Again, we don't always get what we want, but 93 to 94 would be a better entry, but it's really not that far away. It's only 2.5% down. A lot of folks will average into their position, which is something I like to do too. So this coin is looking mostly bullish, but I would wait a little bit longer, see how Bitcoin behaves leading into today's closure. It is trying to close below 70K at this point, which is, again, a good confirming factor. So we want to verify that and see where we're at first. I hope this made sense. I described this correctly. Make sure you're using this exchange to trade this coin, but also consider using them just in general, because no KYC or VPN requirements for our US Canadian members. Awesome exchange. You use my link to register, you get $5,500 in benefit rewards, depositing and or trading with them. Okay, so check them out. I really think you're gonna like them. Thank you again so much for your wonderful time and your attention. Comment below, like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.